Welcome to Break 66, where I try to shoot lower than 66, starting from the forwardmost tees and working my way backwards. Why 66? Well, 66 was my lowest score in a round from a normal tees, so the goal is to get used to going low and to eliminate nerves when things are going well. And hey, it's worked. I recently shot 67 in a tournament. So why play from the forward tees? Anytime you're approaching a scoring milestone, like breaking 90 or 80 or even 70, it's natural to get nervous and regress to the mean. By playing up a box, it's easier to break through those milestones and get used to going low, so that the next time you're in that situation, it's not new. I've successfully completed the challenge from the first two boxes, so now we're on to the silver box at Pecan Hollow, playing just over 6,100 yards. This is my third attempt. We get off to a bit of a rough start here. A toxic trait of mine is not wanting to inconvenience anyone. So even though I stand over this drive knowing that it's teed up entirely too high, I hit it anyway to spare the grumpy old men from waiting another 10 seconds for me to fix it. That ball goes slightly right, just inside the tree line, and we are scrambling on hole number 1 of a break 66. Another great thing about playing from the forward tees is it gives you a great opportunity to practice bogey avoidance. Playing from these tees, I know I'm going to have birdie looks. All the par 5s will be reachable, and there will be several par 4s I can get really close to. To successfully complete the task, I need to avoid bogeys. And after having to punch out of trouble on the very first hole, that means I need to get up and down from just in front of this green. I hit a pretty good chip, but it's an early testing 6-footer. Just the kind of putts you have to make to keep a clean card in a challenge like this.
That away. Easy par. Not too easy par. Break 66.
And drain up. Pars are good. Keeps us in the game. The second hole is a tough tee shot for me. It's one of those holes that wants you to hit a fade, and I prefer not to, with the stock shot shape of a draw.
Something like that. Good start there on a tough hole. 60 yards. And this time of year, this is the kind of lies we got to deal with just off the fairway. See what we can do. 60 yards, get it up there.
This ball was cranked, executed as planned, but nothing is easy wintertime in Texas. I need to clip this right off the mud.
That's pretty good. Got a putt for birdie there. That's what we're talking about. Just give me 16 more of those and we'll be in good shape.
I've been using the Tangent app to practice some of these short wedges, and it's starting to pay off. Inside 4 feet to get the first birdie on the board on hole number 2. If you didn't already know, you can download and follow me in the Tangent app for free. In the community tab, you can find me and follow along real time or check out my stats and compare your game to mine.
There we go, birdie on the board. 1 under through 2, let's go. Break 66.
Boom, there we go. 1 under through 2, and we're right on pace going into the first par 5.
Playing the silver tee, so we're a little up. Driver is the play. We're gonna kind of favor that right-hand side. If we look up at the hole, that's really hitting it right between these trees up here. So that's what we're trying to do. Split those like a field goal. We'll be in good shape. Little left, stay right there, sweetheart. Tangent is saying to lay up.
The par 5s are reachable, and going for par 5s in 2 is a skill I have to work on. I tend to hit my worst approach shots going for it on par 5s. So, we're hitting 3-wood.
Short, a little skinny, just short of the green, but that's a good shot. We got a good opportunity here, 28 yards. Get up and down and it's a birdie. So, the goal is just to try to get it in that 10-foot circle. I talked myself right into that. Dadgummit, lucky to clear the bunker. That was awful.
You're going to make mistakes on easy shots. It's going to happen. You can't beat yourself up. You have to move on to the next one, get focused, and do the best you can.
Settle in there. Ooh, we're going to have to keep that putter hot. We're going to have to make some putts today. Last thing you want to do is drop a shot on a par 5 trying to break 66. That's not a good look. We had a good birdie opportunity, and now we're grinding. All right, we're going to make this putt. That's what we're going to do. Just like that, yes. So I was playing on Tuesday, and I haven't been putting well at all. And I was playing with just a random guy, and about halfway through that round, he said, "Do you realize that you're moving your head at the end of your putting stroke?" And usually you don't take advice from some random 15, 20 handicap, but I was like, this guy might be right. And so I started trying to hold my head still. Sure enough, I started putting better in that round. And then later, I was looking at the footage from the meta glasses while I was putting, and sure enough, on the couple of putts before he told me that, like as I'm hitting the ball, the whole camera's moving. So my head was moving a ton. So even on that one, I was like, hey, don't move your head. We made the putt. That's a par. I'm wondering if that's what's been my problem now for a couple of months. I haven't been putting like normal. It's gonna show us where to aim, and we're aiming, we are cutting the corner. So we're trying to hit it at those trees, through the fairway, maybe a little draw, have a little flip wedge in. Get 2 yards to the right, please.
I pick a good target here, or so I thought. I started cheating more left as I got over the ball, and while this was a good strike, it was just too aggressive of a line. I get one unlucky bounce, and I'm stymied by a tree. A more conservative target would have eliminated this trouble altogether. And when you're in trouble, get out.
Goodness gracious. It's almost like I put myself in these positions on purpose, just so that I can show off. Surely it wasn't an accident. Goodness. Just like the NFL, right? Yep. Can't believe they didn't give Mahomes his three-peat. That was... Yeah, thank God they lost. I did not like that season finale. It was awful. It's like The Sopranos, man. They just ruined it. Got all the way to the end and ruined it.
I was quite happy.
I'm sure you were. You weren't the only one. Picked a bad game to have a bad game, that's for sure. They looked awful. Absolutely awful. They looked absolutely... I was in Vegas, like at a Super Bowl party, and I'm like, this is not what I hoped it'd be. Should have stayed at home and sat in my lucky chair. You know, it happens. Brady didn't win them all either. This is gonna be tricky. Just try to get it to bound up there, I guess. Oh, I didn't whiff, but I didn't do myself any favors. That was also not good.
I chose a 6-iron to be able to keep it low and get it rolling towards the green on this punch out, but what I failed to account for is how far back this was going to be in my stance. Now I've really de-lofted a 6-iron, and when I chunk this, it doesn't get me past the trouble.
All right, this is a spot where, like, obviously I'm still in trouble, but the mistake a lot of amateurs make is they'll still take too much loft and hit it into this tree, and then get in even bigger trouble. Go hard. Yep. We're putting. All right, a little into the grain. We got 39 feet, so the odds are not in my favor. There's the right. A lot right. Woo. Ay, ay, ay. Not great. Here we are having to make another 4-footer. Oh no, that hurts. That's a double and we're 1 over through 4? That's all right, we got plenty of golf left, plenty of opportunity, but we're gonna have to score now.
If you keep stressing the putter, statistics will say you'll miss one. And I finally missed one. It's a bad time for a double. I blame Grant for bringing up my heartache over the Super Bowl. It was too soon. And just like that, I went from on pace to behind in the Break 66 challenge.
It's playing short. 33 to the front. I like pitch and wedge. A little skinny. I don't think it's gonna get there. It's on a good line though. It's putting. That's a good golf shot. A little on the thin side, so we'll actually go ahead and mark that as well in the tangent app. We can do that. Thin, just like that. It's tracked. That way I know I need to work on my low point control when I practice. That's a pretty good little wedge shot for having hit it thin. That is most definitely what we call a good miss on this channel. Like and subscribe. Yeah, here we go, hold on. If I make this putt, you have to hit the like button. Let's do that. Give me a like for this birdie putt. Oh, and I leave it short? That's, okay. Don't hit the dislike. Goodness. Right. This par 4 is a little tricky for me hitting a draw because you have trouble that comes in on the left. So if we take a look at that, you got that creek and all those dense trees there on the left that are trouble. So we really want to favor the right-hand side. It is a driver, but if I'm over here in these trees, we could be okay. Over left side trees are no good. So we're going to favor the right-hand side and pound a driver. Oh, a little skinny, but it'll do. That's right down the middle. Good start on a tough hole. Anything in play here is fantastic, so let's go.
One challenge that is good about Break 66 is there's a scoring goal out there. So it allows me to practice wanting a score, but focusing on the shot at hand. Something we could all get better at. It's real easy to start thinking about future score or past scores, and none of that helps you hit this shot.
Oh, I blocked it, of course. Good strike. Oh. Missed the green. We're going to be grinding again. Try to get up and down.
I've been working hard on not missing left, and this time I found the right side of my dispersion. But since I also aimed right, I missed the green. That's poor target selection.
That's all mud. Hit better iron shots. You don't have to deal with that. 17-ish yards. Good clip, good shot. Settle. That is pretty special. A chance to get up and down off of that lie. That shot was excellent. Good par there. That's a good save on a tough hole. And now the course gets a little easier, at least for me and my shot shape. So
another bogey avoided. That's the name of the game in this challenge.
We're going to be aggressive. Driver, cut the corner. I can almost get to the green. Probably can't quite get there. But we're going to aim just right of the green, kind of at those trees, in between the right edge and those carts. A little left of my target, but that should be fine.
This was a tough second shot to get close. It's off an upslope with a back pin, and it's just hard to be aggressive with distance. So I took the chicken way out and hit this to the middle of the green. I avoided the big mistake, but it also means we're realistically only looking at par here.
A longer putt than I hoped for. Tougher lie. On the upslope, it's easy to leave it short. Ball tends to jump on you. Hustle, sweetheart. I had eyes for it. It was just short. Big hill. Here we go, easy par. And we're 1 over through 7. So we really need to start turning it on. Luckily, we've got scoreable holes on 9, par 3, 8. But we got to start scoring or the back nine's going to be tough. All right, 113 to the front. That was 127. So that's almost a middle pin. Pitching wedge, which I like that. I was trying to talk myself into a gap wedge, but I don't think that'll get there. Do it. Do it. I think that's a little short, but man, that was right at it. Looked good for a long time.
Don't look now, but we've been stacking up some good looks. That's all you can ask for.
Not the easiest of putts, though. I'm kind of on the outside of this ridge, so might do a few things. I yanked it. Dadgummit. That is a 3. It's another good, easy par. So we'll try not to get mad at good, easy pars. Okay, 9th hole. We are 1 over par. That's not where we need to be. We're gonna break 66, but scoreable hole here, scoreable holes in front of us. Just gotta stay patient. Keep hitting one good shot at a time. Something like that. And pull it right at the pin. That is an eagle putt. Let's go. Good golf shot there from 180. All right, this is a really good eagle look. That was a really good approach shot to shoot under par on the front 9 after a disastrous middle part of it. Did not hit that hard enough. Knew it when I hit it.
That's the cardinal sin of leaving an eagle putt short. Especially at only 17 feet, would have liked to have given that a chance. But we've climbed back to even, and we have some momentum going into the back, where we're going to have to go low.
This hole, it's a tricky tee shot. Get the tee shot in play, and it's not too bad. That should be perfect. Oh yeah, we got these interesting lies. That's, I guess, technically grass, sitting between 2 weeds. 49 yards to that pin. That pin is in the back. Let's go ahead and mark that in the back. And we'll change that 3-wood to a driver while we're here. I did hit driver there. Into the wind, that only went 242 yards, but it's in a perfect position. Don't. Oh, yeah, that was aggressive. That hit the pin. Hit a 5-footer.
I've been practicing these wedges, and I show it off there.
Yeah, I don't know if that hurt or helped. Maybe it was neutral. I think I was going to be a little deep, but it was going to sit. Either way, we've got a good little 5-footer for birdie to go back to back and get under par for this round. That's exactly what we needed. Hitting some golf shots. All right, we need to pay off that shot for sure. A good little birdie putt here. About 5 feet up the hill. A little bit of break here. I need to groove it for my golf balls is what I need. Overread it. It's a good roll.
That one hurt. One of my best looks. I need to make birdies, and missing that one is painful. This will be a good test to see how we can rebound, but it's hard in these moments not to focus on the missed opportunities.
Club got stuck on the way back. Missed the bunker. It's not gonna.
It's hard not to think the frustration of not converting leaks over into ball striking. That was one of my worst shots of the round so far.
Bad miss. We got some work to do. That is not the good miss. That's the other one. All right, good news, bad news. Good news is the lie is decent. Bad news is it's in a bunker. You gotta get up and down. That'll do. Yeah, easy game. Good little shot there. It's always nice when it's close enough to tap it in with the wedge. Nice little 3. Let's go get that thing cleaned up. A little nasty and sandy. That's where groove it comes in handy.
You mean to rhyme that?
I didn't. I didn't, but you know, I'm a poet, I didn't know it. Yeah, groove it's gonna have to pay me for that trademark. Gross and sandy. Groove it comes in handy. Get it all cleaned up. Sparkling. Quick magnet on the bag. Makes that super easy to use. Little wipe down. Good as new. Groove it. Check them out.
The bogey avoidance has been pretty solid. It's time to start working on the birdies if we're going to break 66.
Draw 2 yards. That's going to be in the collection area. Good look there. Not a lot of room behind it, but let's get a putt. Get this thing moving. Spin. That's pretty good. We'll take that. It's a good effort, good look, executed like I wanted to. Just got to start making putts.
I keep saying I've been practicing these wedges, and that's another great one. Another really good birdie look.
Good birdie look here, just right around 4 feet. That hit something halfway through. Oh man, is that frustrating.
Another one missed low. It's getting late early. The run needs to start on hole 13. We are finding a way to keep stacking up good shots, and sometimes the scores are a little behind, but that's the point of this series, learn how to score.
That is on a great line.
Does this count as the Texas wedge?
Yeah, this is the Texas wedge, which I have been practicing a little bit because traditionally I haven't been good with it. We've been putting a little practice in with the Texas wedge. So we're gonna putt this.
I'm unusually poor with the Texas wedge, but it's something I'm committed to practicing, even if that means struggling in the interim.
Stretch, stretch, stretch. All right, pretty good. All right, it's another one of those 4-foot testers. Hey, we made one. Under par. Finally, 1 under. I just need 5 more of those. Right where we need to be. But hey, we've been playing good. We've had lots of good chances. Finally made one. Let's go.
Finally, the patience pays off with a birdie to get us back under par for the first time since hole number 3. Keep the dream alive, but we gotta keep the foot on the gas on this par 3.
AI Caddy is suggesting an 8-iron. It's 160 to the back edge, so I like that play. People always tend to underestimate the wind.
And that's what an AI Caddy is for. Let Tangent do the hard work for you.
Oh, stay, stay, stay. I smoked that, so it's on the back of the green, but a little closed face means it went a little deep, so it'll be a long putt, but we're putting. take that.
And I probably wouldn't have been putting had I hit the 9-iron. Pecan Hollow is one of my favorite munis because they always have the greens in great shape, typically also rolling pretty fast. But if you keep giving yourself putts over 3 feet, it's gonna be a challenge.
I don't think this does a whole lot. If anything, it should leak to the right. Downhill, down grain, downwind. Another one that's coming up short. They're just working too hard. I feel like they're faster. I want them to be faster than they are. Normally they have these things rolling pretty quick out here. Got it. All right. No blood. Still, pars aren't going to get it done, but bogeys at this point would crush the dream. So we'll take a par, get on to the next.
But that 2-putt is huge. It keeps us in it, though it's getting tougher. We have 4 holes left, and we need to shoot 5 under. Luckily, one of those is a par 5, so it's not impossible, just improbable.
Drop kicked it. Should be fine, just wasn't a very good strike. I didn't see it down, but it's gotta be out there in the fairway somewhere. Good miss. Take it, plug the channel, like and subscribe, let's go. That's gotta go. Should have listened to the caddy. I wasn't even close. I was 10 yards short. Listen to the app, dude. All right, we got to scramble now.
I talked myself out of using the caddy, and the 56 degree wasn't even close. I didn't even hit that poorly, and it never made it up the hill. It leaves a tough, short-sided chip over a bunker off a tight lie. Not ideal when what you need is birdies.
Skip, spin. That is good, not great.
That was the right shot for the situation, but the prospect of breaking 66 is dying. Let's try to make this putt for par, and then we'll reset our goals.
Stay up. Should have listened to the caddy. 16th hole, gonna be tough to break 66 from here. It's not out of the question, or it's not technically impossible. It's definitely improbable. But we have a chance to shoot under par, which will help my handicap, help get it under 0.8 so I can sign up for the US Open. That'd be a big thing as well. So we're gonna try to finish this strong and get this round under par to help my handicap, which I think is sitting at a 0.8, 0.9 in the GIN system today.
There was the reframe. When you find yourself falling short of a goal or an expectation, it always helps to reframe. Rather than lamenting falling short, make a new goal. Find a new reason to grind, to scrap, to turn lemons into lemonade. You never know when this will help you in the future, and it beats the heck out of giving up.
Pulled it ever so slightly, just putt. Sit. That might be long. We'll see.
Another safe approach to 40 feet. I missed on the safe side to end up on the green, but not super close. It's hard to imagine at this point that I'm not disappointed now that I've realized I'm officially out of it. Trying to find that shred of motivation, but a careless read leaves a tough second.
39 feet to pay dirt, into the grain, uphill. I did not hit that hard enough. Or good read, wow. I always love it as a content creator where I go over like, hey, these are the things you should read a green, and then you misread it that badly.
And it ends up being a bad 3-putt.
That was a poor first putt. I didn't hit it hard enough to get past the first slope. That's why it went the wrong direction.
The putting has been poor lately. It's no longer an outlier, but it's a trend in the Tangent app, and something I need to address with my practice. It just simply needs more attention. Number 17 can be a tough tee shot for a drawer of the golf ball.
Hang in there, sweetheart. Oh, all right, we technically have a window, but we got to get it up fast. That wasn't even close. Where'd it go?
I'm not a high ball hitter, and I don't love trying to go over stuff, and while I was confident I could get it over this orange tree, I couldn't.
But it wasn't even close to getting over that tree. Still got a good chance of birdie if we can get this up there close. Been working on these wedges. Time to show off. Yeah, something like that. Like I said, time to show off. Let's go tap in the birdie.
Man, I've been good on these short chips today, and that leaves another short putt for birdie. I'm happy with the short game, even the approach, but putting has been a disaster. In fact, before we wrap up this video and as we play number 18, I'm not going to break 66 today. But my potential score in the Tangent app was 66. I threw it away with 3 putts and mistakes. The name of the game is bogey avoidance, and I made too many bogeys, including a double. If I eliminate the bogeys, I would have been 5 shots better today.
And that's predictable. Kind of come across it. It's gonna go through the fairway. Hopefully it's all right, but that's the predictable miss versus blocking it into those trees.
You get a lot of sketchy lies this time of year in Texas, and while this technically is on grass, it's a weird straw-type muddy lie.
A little heavy, it's gotta go. Oh wow, that's way short. That's the mud, man, hitting out of this time of year. That's just so hard to clip it clean. Muddy club face again. I can't wait for summer. I'm tired of this.
This is the last chance to get up and down and try to end on a high note.
That was my spot. Oh, another 5-foot tester. That's what today's been. Let's go. I'd really like to make this putt. Misread, that broke right. Gosh darn it. All right, that's not where we want to be. Not quite good enough. A 1 over par 72. Striking it well. Gotta putt better. And gotta eliminate bogeys. That was 3 bogeys and a double. Gotta eliminate bogeys. If I did that, we had a pretty good shot.
The golf has been a grind these last couple of holes. I'm a little deflated. I'm trying to make the best of it, but for sure, hitting a lot of good shots and not scoring can be mentally taxing.
This game of golf will drive you absolutely mad. I've been putting in work and I've got my ball striking in a good spot. I go out and play. I actually gain almost 2 strokes tee to green on elite amateur, and I give it all back with the putter. It's wild. I am putting as bad as I ever have and hitting the ball better than I ever have. Ugh. I know it's just a matter of where my attention is in practice. It's hard to keep every part of your game on the up and up. Really, it's a lot of pace control. I'm having 3 putts because I'm hitting 30-foot putts 5 and 6 feet short. It's not complicated. That's bad. And if you give yourself enough 5 and 6 footers throughout the round, you're gonna miss some. And that's really what's happening. From a green perspective, I hit 11 greens today. That was pretty good. When I did miss the greens, I was in a good spot, but putting, I'm losing a full stroke on short putts, 1.9 shots on medium putts, like really inside 30 feet. I don't have the pace right. And then 0.8 shots on long putts for a total of 3.7 shots that I'm losing with a putter. That is wild to me. It has to be better. If I look at my green reading diagram, I mean, yeah, low and short. Pace is not good. You're just not hitting the putts hard enough. So you're missing on the low side because your read doesn't match your speed and you're not getting the putts to the hole. I know what to do. Thanks to the Tangent app. Golf is frustrating. We are actively making progress in ball striking. We're gaining shots there. That's phenomenal. That work is working. But I got to get better with the putter. So back to the lab. We're going to spend a lot of time on the putting green this week. See what we can do.